Damn phones, Babylons can't crack the code.
What it do, YouTube? B. Kelly, back again with another banger video. And in today's video, y'all, I am going to be talking about Jackson State football under Deion Sanders, year 2. Now, technically, this is still a first season, in my opinion, since the 2021 spring season just a while ago, to me, was kind of a test run. Now, not fully a test run because it was still a season to say the least, but to me, it was a weird season for everybody. They only had a month to prepare for the season with Deion, and they had a huge ice storm right before it, and they didn't have all their guys they were going to have for the fall that they had in the spring. To get back on topic with the video, I made a video about his 2021 spring season at Jackson State just about 7 months ago when it ended. In today's video, I will be talking about his fall 2021 season at Jackson State. It is still going on, but it is pretty much over, as their last game they have is the Celebration Bowl versus South Carolina State. Before I move on, I would like to ask y'all to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, as it helps the channel grow, and I would highly appreciate it, as we are on the road to 10K. Now let's get into it. The first thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video is the 2021 spring season. Just to recap it a little bit, Jackson State would finish this season with a 4-3 record, including a forfeit win versus Alcorn State. It's worth noting that technically in this spring 2021 season, in just the short time that Deion Sanders has been here, he already accomplished a winning season with that 4-3 record. The first winning season for Jackson State since 2013 when they went 7-4. The season itself to me was a success. They had their fair share of ups and downs as a team, but that's expected with a group that is first starting together with a new coaching staff and a new head coach, especially when you have about a month to prepare for the season and a huge ice storm strikes your area right before your first game. As a team, for their 2021 spring statistics, they averaged about 36 points per game and gave up about 26 points per game as well. In the passing side of things, they averaged about 247 yards a game while giving up 220. On the ground in the season, they averaged about 168 yards a game while giving up roughly about 158. My thoughts on the overall season for Jackson State football in 2021 was that it was a good season. I mean, it's their first winning season since 2013. Deion Primetime Sanders as a coach accomplished a lot, as they improved a lot as a team, especially from previous years. And knowing the circumstances, I thought it was a win of the year for them in their standards. But something I would say about their team in 2021 for the spring was it was inconsistent. There were times that it looked like it was the best team and times where it just looked like it didn't know what it was doing. And it's understandable. It's a new staff, pretty much a new team, a new everything, and you only had a month to prepare for this very, very weird season. And you could focus on the stuff you struggled with in that shortened season and put it in the off season to prepare for the fall. Something else that I want to add, when I made a video about them the first time, a thing that I said near the end of the video is that I'm not going to judge them off this spring season. Instead, I will judge them more off the fall. And now, going on to the fall, let's talk about how they've been doing this year. Currently, right now, for the 2021 campaign for Jackson State in the fall, I would say they're exceeding expectations. Right now, they currently sit at 11-1, their only loss being very early on in the season at Louisiana Monroe, where they lost 7-12 in a very defensive battle type game. They will take on a very good South Carolina State squad in the Celebration Bowl in a couple weeks on ABC. Definitely suggest watching that one. It's definitely going to be a good game in my opinion, and I'll be pulling for Jackson State. Now, the thing with this season is that they've made history. I think they've been exceeding everyone's expectations, especially with what they did in the spring and how much they've improved as a team now. This is their first Swac title they've had in years. The last time they won a Swac title was in 2007. And in Deion's first true season, in my opinion, they have won the Swac title versus Prairie View A&M with a score of 27-10. To talk about the team statistically in the fall of 2021 compared to the spring of 2021, technically speaking, the offense isn't scoring as much. In the spring of 2021, they were averaging 36 points a game. But on the other hand, the defense has gotten way better. In the spring of 2021, they were giving up 26 points a game, which isn't horrible, but it isn't great. The defense was very inconsistent last year in some parts, especially in a few games that they lost. But so far in the fall of 2021, they've been balling out, and they've improved drastically, as they're only giving up 13.5 points this season. The defense altogether on that side of the ball has just gotten better. It seems like it is night and day, and it seems like it's something that is constantly improving throughout the season as well. Now, the offensive side of the ball, it's not bad at all, but the thing about the offense, the quarterback spot, it's fine. Shedeur Sanders is having a great season, and quarterback play is way better this year compared to the spring. But the thing that's taking a dip for Jackson State in 2021 for the fall is the run game. Currently, they're only averaging 3 yards per carry, and they're averaging 95 yards per game. Although I am very high on Shedeur Sanders as the quarterback of this offense, especially compared to last season, something that I have to point out about this offense, I feel like it has to get better. Their run game has to get better, and that starts with the offensive line. After watching some of the games this season, in my opinion, I feel like the offensive line isn't as good as it needs to be. And of course, it's something that's going to have to be worked on, but I feel like the offensive line has honestly dipped in production from the spring to the fall. The O-line altogether to me just needs to improve a lot as a whole, as they're averaging more sacks per game than they were in the spring of 2021. The rush game isn't as good or anywhere where it needs to be, especially compared to what it was in the spring. I mean, averaging 3 yards per carry as a team is just disappointing. Another critique that I have for Jackson State, it's not only just with the O-line, but with the team as well, is penalties. The penalties, they have gotten worse for Jackson State this year. Now, in the spring, they had some games where they were pretty bad with penalties, but sometimes it was fine. But this year, I feel like they've gotten a lot worse with penalties. And it's not always something that you can control, but like averaging 72 yards of penalty yards a game isn't ideal. Enough of the critiques of Jackson State this season, because honestly, I think overall they are a very good team. I mean, there's a reason why they're 11-1. They've been playing good football altogether. They've been beating people by sizable amounts, and I really love their defense. The most their defense has given up all season is only 21 points. And you know what they say, defense wins championships. And that definitely proved in the Swac championship game when they only gave up 10 points. And I'm expecting a defensive showing by them yet again versus South Carolina State. South Carolina State's not a bad team, but Jackson State's defense, they've been balling out all season long. You have to respect Coach Deion Sanders a lot with how he's going with the program right now. It's trending in the right direction, and he's completely turned it around since he took the job. I mean, it's worth noting that they haven't had a winning season since 2013, and he had a winning season in the spring, which was a very weird year. And what I say is this first real season, they are 11-1 and could finish 12-1 as well. The team looks very promising for the future. Now, I'm looking forward to covering them each season, seeing how they grow as a program and a team. Before you guys head out, leave video suggestions down in the comment section below. And remember to smash that like button, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe for more videos. B. Kelly out.